Hello, Ignacy Portal Games, and this is a new season of Portal Games Informant, our weekly show about board games. My name is Ignacy Trzewiczek. I'm designer of games like Detective, Robinson Crusoe, Imperial Settlers, and a couple of other less famous. And I want to meet with you every single Monday, 3 p.m. Polish time, to discuss what's happening here at Portal, what's happening at your home, and what's happening in general in the industry. The formula for this program is inspired by our Polish vlog that we do every Friday. Hello, Happy New Year. So Portal Games for years, since 2017, beginning of 2017. Wow, did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that.
From the beginning of 2017, Portal Games had a weekly vlog, and Marek, my employee, was with me with camera recording the life of the company. And we did for 3 years. At the beginning of 2020, because of the COVID, because of the home offices, because of the whole company being shut down, we stopped doing the vlog. And here we are trying to get back to you, back to interaction with our fans. We are not doing the vlog like we used to do, but we are doing this weekly segment, Portal Games Informant. The beginning of the segment, as always, looking at the chat, looking what's happening, getting some recent info from the offices. Then, 3:15, I will do the topic of the week. And today our topic of the week is the top 10 board game industry news of 2020. I will discuss what was the most important that happened in the board game industry last year, and then we will have 15 minutes of open Q&A with you, asking me any questions you want about board games, about soccer, about films, TV shows, comic books, whatever you're interested in. Hello, Lord Vader, hi in the new year. Hello, Ignacy, happy. David, absolutely happy new year to everybody. We are in 2021. We hope it will be much better for all of people on the planet. And what I have here, so before we start the topic of the show, the top 10 most important news of the year. As I said, the first few minutes just to warm up you, to warm up me, to warm up chat. Hello, Ignacy. Hello, Ruby. How are you? I see our fans. I see Paul. Hello, Paul. Greetings from Poland. Brag section, you know, I love brag sections of every podcast, every vlog I am in. A Detective in Chinese. Detective in Chinese. It took us a long time to find a publisher who will decide to go for the Detective in Chinese, because as you who play Detective, as you who know Detective knows that this game, to play this game, you need to Google, you need to use Google searches, Google Maps, and other things, and these are not entirely available in China. But somehow this publisher, I don't know if you will see it in the camera, somehow this publisher built the whole website that imitates Google. I don't know how they did it.
Hold my beer.
Yes, we told them, you need Google to play this. Hold my beer, we'll do it. And here we are, people in China can play Detective. I have no clue how they pulled it off, but I'm very proud. So on my shelf with my different editions of my games, Detective in Chinese, next to evergreen Neuroshima Hex in Chinese, and next to what we have here, Russian Detective, super popular in Russia. Greetings to all fans in Russia. I really appreciate the support for the game. We have a great publisher there. And great feedback from the players. So this is what happened during these last 2 weeks. Detective in China. What happened 3 days before Christmas Eve? 3 days before Christmas Eve, the pallet with the new items arrived, and that was this. Storage box for Imperial Settlers. It's real. It happened. It's really a thing. We were able to ship out these 2 days before Christmas Eve. We shipped out all the Polish copies for fans in Poland, because we knew they will have a chance to receive it in time. And we shipped out United Kingdom copies because of the Brexit, because we wanted to send it before Brexit. And then now our warehouse will ship all the other European copies, and then North America and worldwide. So Stay tuned for notifications. Stay tuned for information about the Imperial Settlers storage box coming to you. For all of you who missed the pre-order, for all of you who missed the chance to order this, we will have it in our web store very, very soon in a limited print run, and that's it. So this is the last moment. We just printed a few more copies to sell, but then we will not produce it again because it's very expensive production and it is not super popular product. So storage box, during the Christmas time, I put my cards in storage box. It looks amazing. I love it. So I have it at home already. Hello, hello, hello. Chat is listening. Chat is not asking any questions. Greetings from Wrocław. Hello, Wrocław. How are you? What happened in December? I think it's also Chinese. No, Korean. Chinese. Asian. From far, far east. And part of the north in Chinese. Once again, super proud to have this game released in a foreign country, reaching new players, new fans for the games. I'm very, very proud. This also happened this past few weeks, so it goes. Sorry, Settlers Żrot Imperia Czech is now covered by Chinese empires of the north. Very, very proud. And Daniel from Germany. Hello, Daniel. How are you? Greetings from Poland. This is a super awesome toy we received from our friends from other publishing house. And they believe that this item, this toy, because it has fancy lighting, will increase the number of views, the number of subscribers, the numbers of fans. So if you like this content, if you like this video, if you like this channel, give us a like for this toy, because this toy is helping us reach a great numbers for fans. Doomy-doo, hello from South Africa. Happy 2021 to you all. Absolutely, sir. The same to you, Doomy-doo. South Africa, this is a place I have never been. I'm not sure if I will ever have a chance to go there, but greetings. I love internet, I love streams, I love having a chance to reach different people from different continents, countries. Julio Mata, greetings from Panama in Latin America. Love Portal Games, happy 21. Guys, you absolutely know that I absolutely love seeing all these different countries, different cities, different cultures, and how our games, our passion reaches all different corners of the globe. So, and Philippines, greetings from Philippines. Oh my God, it started. And greetings, hello from Łomianki. This is in Poland. This is amazing. We are sitting here in the south of Poland and reaching all different countries. What's your most anticipated release for 2021? This is a great question, because my most anticipated release of this is this Vienna Connection, guys. It's coming next Monday, January 11th. Next Monday, January 11th, the pre-order for Vienna Connection starts. We will have a ton of gadgets, a ton of promos, a ton of additional items for you in this offer. And what's more, each copy will have a dedicated number with a certificate that you pre-ordered in the first pre-orders for the game. So if you love spy games, if you want to be a CIA agent sent to Europe, if you want to discover the super complicated plot in Western Europe, if you want to be like a spy, having some gadgets, deciphering notes, doing some decryptions, this amazing spy game Vienna Connection starting pre-orders this next Monday. I'm very, very proud what me and my team achieved here. Once again, story written by Przemysław Rymer, the writer for the base game of Detective, and with my team, Jakub Poczęty and Weronika Spera, we did an outstanding job, in my opinion, with this super awesome spy game, storytelling spy game. That reminds me, hello Ben, hello. What's with the John Deere tractor? Ben, you need to come earlier. It's too late. I already explained. Sorry. Adam, happy new year. Absolutely the same to you. I log only for a minute as I need to get back to work. I hear you, sir. Good to see you again. Absolutely. Looking forward for more info regarding Vienna Connection. So this next Monday, a landing page will be ready. Marek is on it, preparing the landing page. I'm preparing the text for it, our artwork team preparing assets, and the next Monday, Vienna Connection in pre-order offer, and January 23rd, PortalCon with a new announcement of games, a new announcement of apps, a new announcement of all the cool items for you guys, so stay tuned. January 23rd, we hope to start a website for PortalCon this Friday, so stay tuned on our social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, to get all the information. PortalCon, 23rd of January, big event here in Poland, a virtual one. We will stream from here, we will stream from America, a ton of content for you as always, great reviews. We have a bomb for you, and by bomb I mean amazing game that I was developing for some time already, and I'm very proud to finally announce it this month. PortalCon indeed. Yeah, we are waiting for PortalCon. Thank you for that. What's the time? 12 past 3. Would it be okay if I publish it in the workshop? Daniel, what are you asking for? Daniel, I didn't see the first part of your question. Daniel. Hello from Germany. Daniel, what you want to publish for the workshop? Let me know the context for the question. When will Egyptian Kings be available for Empires of the North? Ruby, this is a great question. The expansion is already in print, and we hope to release for the early spring. So we're talking about April or May, and we will provide the exact dates during PortalCon in January. 23rd of January, PortalCon will announce new titles, and we'll announce release dates for upcoming products. So yes, Egyptian Kings is already in print. I think we are ready for the topic of the week. So once again, to remind everybody, this weekly Portal Games Informant has a structure like that. For first 10 to 15 minutes, we are just talking with the chat, updating you with the recent news from Portal Games, and just a chit chat to warm up everybody. Then we have a topic of the week, a serious topic in which I discuss important industry news or items or games or whatever. Today we are discussing top 10 board game industry news of 2020. And then last part, 10 or 15 minutes, you are asking questions, I'm answering them, and this open Q&A. And this is the segment of the program. You can watch it every Monday on our YouTube channel. If you like this, please give us a like, give us a subscribe. Consider that. Are we ready, sir? So let's move to the next segment, the topic of the week. And hello, you check Portal Games, and we are back. This is Portal Games Informant, the weekly show about board games, important topics, interesting chit-chats. And today in this serious segment, we are discussing the most important events that happened in our industry last year. It is obvious topic for a January edition of the vlog, so it was not a rocket science to come up with this topic. So here we are. I picked from many important news. Many important things happened last year. I picked 10 that I believe, that I think may have impact on us in upcoming months and years. So maybe not entirely this is like the most important, but the most influential for the future topics for board games industry. So we are looking back at 2020. Are we ready? We are not ready. We have technical issues. We are solving them on the fly. And we are back. This is not the Matrix glitch. This is Ignace again, and we are again in the topic of the week. And the topic of the week is the biggest, most influential news of 2020 in the board game industry. Are you okay with the sound, the video, and everything else, sir?
I think so.
I think so. So this is the top 10 news. Let's start with number 10. Many things. And this is former Blizzard legend Chris Metzen launches a tabletop gaming company. You can see the news here on the screen, and it was quite unexpected that we have a new company in our industry, but the company created by the legend, video game industry legend, the person who was involved in doing Warcraft and World of Warcraft and many other great games, and spent his most of his career in the biggest development studio, design studio, Blizzard. And as you can see, what he says in the interviews, when you look deeper into the news, he's more into role-playing games, he's more into miniature games than tabletop games. So we don't know exactly what he's planning to develop. We are not knowing yet what he's planning to come with. My gut feeling, he's working on a miniature game, he's working on a game that will compete with Warhammer Battle, with Age of Sigmar and that kind of games, but we never know. It may be very interesting. For sure, this is the situation that excites the whole gaming industry. If the news is Ignacy Trzewiczek founds a new company, nobody cares. But if ex-Blizzard Chris announces the new company, everybody is excited because he's the icon for the video game industry. So looking forward for the next announcement. This past year, only the information about the upcoming something was announced, only the logo of the company, only the name of the company, and a few short interviews. With Chris, we are looking forward. Maybe in 5 years, we will see the miniature game market reshaped with these new products from this company. So this is my number 10. I'm not sure if it will impact our industry, but it may, surely it may. Number 9, please. Number 9, Wizard of the Coast says that ACD distribution is no longer an option. It's a very funny line from the article. And what happened last year, as you maybe remember, that was quite an argument between Wizards of the Coast and ACD distribution. Wizards of the Coast didn't want to sell their product to ACD distribution. ACD distribution is one of the 3 biggest distributors in America. ACD, GTS, Alliance, 3 major distribution companies in America, so a huge company. And the Wizards of the Coast said, no, we don't want to work with you, we don't want to sell our products to you, we don't want you to distribute our product. That was quite a story. And then we had a ruling from the court, and the ruling was very sad for ACD, very good for WotC. Yes, WotC can say no to one of their partners. If you look deeper in this news, if you spend some time researching the news, you will get to the numbers. And ACD provided in the court the numbers, how much of the market, how much of the revenue they get from the WotC products, and this is a huge number. So losing WotC is not a good news for ACD, and we will see in upcoming years, in 2021 and maybe in next years, how painful, how impactful it was to lose WotC. WotC's Dungeons and Dragons, WotC's Magic the Gathering is a quite important company in the board game industry. And what you can see also reading the news, reading the details, the numbers, ACD showed the data how many retailers, when they order a new D&D book, when they order new Magic the Gathering items, additionally buy board game, additionally buy card sleeves, additionally buy some dice. And now if they cannot buy Dungeons & Dragons from ACD, now they cannot buy Magic the Gathering, they will not buy this additional board game, they will not buy this additional dice. So the revenue for ACD must drop significantly. We'll see if it will impact. We will see in ACD going out of the market next year. I hope no. This is one of our favorite distributors. We have a great relationship. ACD was the first American distributor who picked Portal Games for American market. They were our distributor when we released Imperial Settlers, our big success from 2014. So we keep fingers crossed for the company. We keep fingers they will grow, they will find new partners, they will find a new way to operate in the industry, and we keep our fingers for them. But that was a huge news, and it may be impactful for the upcoming years. Number 8. My friend Eric Lang is leaving Simon. Eric joined Simon a couple of years ago as a lead developer and head of the whole development in the company. And Simon released amazing games when Eric was there. And the big games like Rising Sun or like Bloodborne, and the smaller games like Gizmos. So there was a ton of different things that Eric was involved and was developing, and now he's leaving. How it will impact you, gamers, how it will impact you, publishers. Eric is now once again a freelancer. Now Portal Games can release a new game from Eric Lang, and now another company can sign a deal with Eric Lang and release his new game. So you will see more games from Eric Lang. You will see a bigger variety of the games. Now you will see more light games, more medium-sized games, and probably sometimes very, very heavy games. So for you, for the gamers, it's a great news. Eric has now more options, more publishers to work with, more IPs are available at his hand. So it's a great news for the gamers. It's also a great news for the publishers. For the publishers to have in their catalog a game designed by the one and the only Eric Lang is always a good thing. It is always a good thing to sign the contract with Eric and has his game in the offer. So absolutely good news for everybody. Not that awesome news for Simon, but Eric did a great job at Simon, so they're in a great condition. And of course, Eric is still working with them, and he will still continue working with them. And they are keeping a great relationship, and they already announced some projects. So absolutely good news for everybody. Maybe slightly not super awesome news for Simon. I see this very, very impactful for upcoming years with the new boxes with Eric Lang on the box on the gamer's shelf. Number 7. Number 7, a huge, can I curse? This is my vlog, I can. A huge fuck up with Origins Online and the whole drama around the Gamma organization. Unfortunately, Gamma, organization that cares for the publishers and distributors and the retailers, made it to the news with a terrible news that Origins is cancelled. What was the quote? Origins Online cancelled after Black Lives Matter silence backlash. That was the case, as we all remember, that many companies, many influencers, many people from our industry took a very open stance and supported Black Lives Matter movement, and Gamma was not that fast being there, and it ended up with an absolutely dramatic situation when Origins convention got cancelled during just one day. All the people who were supposed to do seminars and events decided to step back and don't support Gamma. Then there was, of course, a ton of backlash on Gamma, on Origins, and my perception, it will take years to get Origins back to the brand position and PR position for the great convention. For years, people will remember that Origins was cancelled because of the Black Lives Matter backlash. So that was a terrible news, that was unfortunate news, and I'm afraid that it will be impactful for Origins for many years to come, and this is the bad story. Number 6. Number 6 is major board game shows in a virtual way. We saw Gen Con Online, we saw Daystar Spectacular, we saw Spiel Digital, we saw all these major conventions being in a virtual form, except the Origins. And what's even more, we saw the growth of Tabletopia and Tabletop Simulator platforms to play board games virtually. And I do believe it will change our industry a lot on many different levels. For the virtual conventions, on one hand, none of us became a super fan of these conventions. We definitely prefer to go to Essen and have these games in hand. We do prefer to fly. I hate flying. We do prefer to fly to Gen Con and be in Indianapolis and eat this awesome food and have a fun time with playing games and meeting people, meeting friends. We prefer physical conventions. And yet, I do believe that even if the COVID is gone, even if you are ready to go to the physical conventions, there will be some part of the convention that will be virtual for all of those of you who cannot attend them. We in Europe cannot attend Gen Con. We never were able to attend Gen Con, but now we can try to be at Gen Con online. We can be at Essen Digital. So I do believe that in the upcoming years we will have a physical conventions, and there will be also virtual part for each major convention to grab new attendees, to grab new audience, to grab new people joining the convention in this virtual form. And what is more, Tabletopia also changed the way how industry works. I will discuss this in the separate week, separate topic, how Tabletopia changed and reshaped the industry, because it did it in a huge way. So big changes. I do believe that virtual conventions in some different form and Tabletopia and Tabletop Simulator will stay with us for years, and it started the last year. Number 5. You could do the noises for me. Like number 5, Gloomhaven in Target. So as all of you know, this is one of the biggest chains for stores in America, a huge reach to reach every average American. And having our game, and by our I mean geeky, gamers, difficult, complex, amazing, the game that we love, the game that we are not afraid to show to our friends, finally made it to the Target. We see that these mass market shops are opening for the geeky stuff, no longer only Monopoly, no longer only Scrabble, no longer only these not very good games on the shelves, but finally better and better games reaching shelves of the mass market stores. And Gloomhaven in Target is a mind-blowing. The game number 1 in the Board Game Geek ranking, one of the most complex games on the planet, cut down to the smaller version, to the shorter version, and is in the mass market store. This is a huge news for 2020. As you can see, as you saw during the last months, it sold amazingly. Everybody was buying Jaws of the Lion. Everybody was praising Jaws of the Lion. Great work once again from Isaac. And what we can learn from that, then Target will look for the novel titles. They will look for the novel geeky titles, because you proved that you love it, that you want it, that you wanted at Target. And I hope that in upcoming years we'll see more and more gamers games on these shelves. And great work also from Ravensburger with Horrified, with Jaws, with Back to the Future, and all other great games that are based on the mass market IPs, but there are gamers games, and it's a fascinating and amazing time for all of us. So huge news of the last year, gamers game, difficult, tough, really meaty game on the mass market shows nationwide in America. Amazing news. Number 4. Amazon. I cannot pronounce this word. Amazon finally had to admit that they must know who is selling the products on their website. So what was happening over the years was that Amazon was saying that they are just a platform. They have no clue who's selling this item. They take no responsibility for the items sold on the platform. They are just a tool and they don't take responsibility. And the court says, you take a provision, you take the margin from these sales, so you need to take responsibility. You need to know who's selling and what is selling. And the whole change started, and is a huge information for us. Many of you heard about these fake copies, counterfeit copies. The copies of the games were not produced by the publisher, but by some illegal factories, illegal producers who were importing these games to America and selling them for below the price. And it's basically stealing from the designers, stealing from the publishers, stealing from the industry. And finally, Amazon has to take responsibility for this procedure. And now every copy sold on Amazon has to be certified, and no things like fake copies may happen. They will still happen. People who want to do illegal stuff will always find a way to do such stuff, but at least we finally see Amazon trying to stop this procedure. It is important for the bigger publisher, for the publishers who have a major hit like Terraforming Mars, like Ticket to Ride, like Catan, all these big titles being sold in thousands of copies, and these thousands of copies being not official, illegal, counterfeit. So finally Amazon was cut. You cannot tell that you take no responsibility. You need to take responsibility. You are selling it on your website, take responsibility, and don't let them do this. Number 3. Asmodee is buying. This time Asmodee is not buying. This time Asmodee announced a huge shift in distribution. Sorry. And said they are not working anymore with Alliance. And they are building their own distribution channels. And they were preparing for this for a longer time. All people who work in the industry saw it coming for a longer time. And it changes the structure of distribution in America in a big way. For years, there was 5 major distributors in America: PhD, Southern Hobby, ACD, Alliance, and GTS. And there was sort of status quo of the distributors in America. And then things started to change, things started shifting. Asmodee was slowly building infrastructure. And the last year they announced that they are becoming their own distributor, and they don't want to be Alliance being their exclusive distributor, and it changes a lot the whole industry. We will see the effects of that in upcoming years, how it will inflict the distributors. But you can see, you can imagine Asmodee having these biggest titles: Ticket to Ride, Catan, Spotted, Mysterium, and I could go on and go on and go on, the whole FFG slate, etc., etc. If these distributors loses these items and they cannot sell them because Asmodee is doing it by themselves, you can see how much money other distributors are losing, but not having chance to do this business. So it will affect distributors. It may affect with some of the distributors going out of the business. We will see it in upcoming years, but definitely Asmodee didn't help other distributors in America to grow. Absolutely not huge news for you gamers. You will not see it. These are things that are happening behind the curtain. For you, the game is in the store. You don't care how this game reaches the store. But for us, for the publishers, for the distributors, it's super crucial how this game ended up on this shelf. And the changes in the industry in 2020 were absolutely significant. Are we ready for number 2? Number 2 is GameFound, the pledge manager software. GameFound challenges Kickstarter and starts their own crowdfunding platform, and it already started this year. We have ISS Vanguard, the new game from Marcin Świerkot, Michał Oracz, and Krzysztof Piskorski on GameFound, being super successful, more than $3 million, more than 20,000 backers supporting the project, and they are not using Kickstarter, they are using a GameFound. For all of you, it may look not like important news. You may see, oh, this is like a independent small page that want to challenge Kickstarter. It is impossible to challenge Kickstarter. Kickstarter is so big, it is ridiculous that it is a news. But you must remember that Awaken Realms, who is the owner of GameFound, back then it was a small company who challenged big fishes like Simon with these big Kickstarters, and they did Nemesis Kickstarter, they did Etherfish Kickstarter, they did Tainted Grail Kickstarters, and suddenly, in your perception, Awaken Realms is now one of the biggest publishers for these big epic games. I can see them working as hard in this area, not designing games, but creating a platform, crowdfunding platform, and challenging Kickstarter. If it will happen, we don't know. We'll see it in upcoming years. But for sure, if anybody can challenge Kickstarter, if anybody can say, hey, our platform can be better for your game, our platform can be more successful for your game, it might be the people from Awaken Realms and from GameFound. We are looking forward to what will happen, how this news will develop, but it may change the whole power in the crowdfunding era, and maybe it will make Kickstarter changing, maybe it will make Kickstarter adjusting to the new times, to the situation, to the competitor. Maybe we'll see some competition between these two companies, and competition is always good. So basically, I'm looking forward to what will happen. I'm not saying that GameFound will defeat Kickstarter, but at least I see they will challenge them, and it's very, very interesting. So this is news from 2020, number 2. And the biggest news of 2020 for me, a new layout for Boardgame Geek. And this has nothing to do with this big distributors thing. This has nothing to do with these big IPs for the game, for the publishers, etc., etc. But it touches you, gamers, users, viewers, players. It changes a lot the perception of the board game industry and board games hobby. What I was whining about for many years, when I was complaining to my friend Scott about the layout of Boardgame Geek, and I was saying, any person on this planet, if they are interested in board games, they will type in Google, what's the best board game? And Boardgame Geek will show up, and they will click Boardgame Geek, and they will see this website that looks like it's from the 80s, and they will say like, whoa, and they will forget about our hobby. Now, every random person, every person who has slightly interest in the board games, they will type best board games. Boardgame Geek will show up, and it looks amazing. It looks professional. It looks finally like in 21st century. And I do hope and I do believe we will have a huge influx of the new gamers thanks to this one change of the layout, of this more user-friendly, more easy to approach, more easy to understand layout, and all these people who want to play board games but don't know how to start, they will find the Boardgame Geek website finally being useful, because Boardgame Geek was an amazing website for us, crazy geeks, who were able to understand how this page worked. But it was absolutely not easy to navigate, not easy to understand for everybody who was just starting. Finally, Boardgame Geek is welcoming new players, and it will bring us thousands and thousands new players, and it will change the industry forever. I'm super grateful and for the change for the Boardgame Geek, and super hopeful it will change our industry for years. So this was my 10 most influential events of the past year. Chris Metzen starting the tabletop gaming company, Wizards of the Coast saying ACD is no longer an option. The wording is really fun. Eric Lang is leaving Simon. Origins cancelled. Major board game shows in a virtual form. Gloomhaven in Target. Amazon, you are responsible for what you are saying on your website. Asmodee is doing their own distribution. GameFound challenges Kickstarter, and Boardgame Geek welcomes all the new players. Give me in the comments below the movie what are your best, most important, iconic, influential events of the last year, what I missed, where you don't agree with me, where you agree with me. Let's discuss this topic because it's fascinating. The biggest, the most influential events of the 2020. Leave your comments, and let's go to the Q&A. And we are back. This is Ignacy Trzewicek, and this is Portal Games Informant, weekly show every Monday, 3 p.m. Central European Standard Time, CEST. Discussing industry news, discussing in board games things, and basically chatting with Portal Games fans and board game fans. So welcome everybody again. If you like the content like that, if you like the statesman comments, discussions, industry comments, leave us a thumbs up in the movie, leave us a comment, subscribe to the channel. We meet each Monday with you. And what's most important, if you have an interesting topic, if you want a topic that you want me to discuss, leave your ideas for the topics for the show below in the comments, and I will pick the best topic from your propositions, and I will record the video next week. So you can inspire me, you can give me the best topics to discuss, and if you are interested in some part of the industry, some things, I will discuss them for you, so let me know in the comments. And now looking at the chat, so last part of the video, last 10 minutes is just shooting with your questions, so checking what you are saying. The new layout is nice, but I still like the dashboard. I loved the old layout because I got used to it, but now the new layout is so much better, and absolutely it will change the insert. Trust me, it will change. Sticking with dashboard on BGG as don't like the new homepage. James, because you get used to it, like me, like all of us, but we need to think about the new people, and the new people need the new layout. Julio, comment, I do believe that changes in the distribution level, like the Asmodee news, will affect the players because the pricing of games could be affected by good or bad decisions at the level. This is a very interesting point, and I do agree with you. If Asmodee is now their own distributor, and they have a full control over the price, they have a full control over the discounts for the retailers, so they have a full control over the price, and they can do whatever they want with this. Hello, Raiva, hello. I feel like for me, Brexit was the biggest news of 2020. That's for sure one of the biggest news, not in the board games industry. It was one of the biggest news in the world, and for sure it will inflict in players in England. As I mentioned before the beginning of the show, we were shipping this like crazy to manage to do it before the Christmas, before the Brexit. We didn't manage to ship Stronghold Undead, so it is additional cost for us because now the shipping is higher, and we don't want the backers to pay for it, so we will have to pay it. So yeah, Brexit was not a good thing for us, that's for sure. And Stav asked me, will Brexit affect Portal much? Maybe not much, but all the small details matter. We were going to UK Game Expo every year. It was very easy for us. Now it will be more expensive, more difficult. We had amazing volunteers from Belgium and Netherlands. Now it will be more difficult for them to come to UK Game Expo. UK Game Expo was growing, one of the biggest European shows. Now for people from Europe, it will be much harder to go to UK. So yeah, definitely it will affect in some regard the thing. Superboard Sunday says, I like the Year of the Moloch box behind you. I'd love to have it ready and final. Today we received the sample for the product. I forgot to bring it. I will bring it next week, so come next Monday 3 p.m. and I will show the final sample of the item. So it will be very interesting for you to show you. The question, will Brexit? Yes, that I already answered that. James, question, Happy New Year. Absolutely, James. Will you be doing your Sunday chats again in 2021, as you seem to have stopped doing them and I joined them? James, I think I'm moving to Monday because I have a not very good Wi-Fi at home, and probably you saw that it was rather blurry when I was doing these Sunday streams. So I came up with this idea to start doing them on Monday here in the office. In the office we have a very strong Wi-Fi, very fast, and I have Marek to help me with some fancy effects. So for some time I will do these Mondays, and then we will see what you prefer. I see Rolling Dice and taking names. Hello. Questions. Will the biggest news of 2021 be that Stronghold Undead is finally released? It will happen one day, I can promise.
Kick them from the chat.
But I hope that one of the biggest news of the industry will be different, and I hope it will be one of the things that we announce. This PortalCon this January, please come to PortalCon January 23rd. We'll announce 3 new games, so I hope you will find them very, very interesting. Better late than never, our 2021. That one I already won. It was announced at the Rolling Dice Taking Name, so I get it. Hello Ignacy, greetings from Chile. Hello Luis, greetings to Chile. Mapper says, I was a new person not too long ago and I find the new BGG layout to be unhelpful. That's very interesting. I suspect that the big impact is on the people accessing the site from the smartphones. That's very interesting. To be honest, I don't check Boardgame Geek on a smartphone. I use it on a desktop. So that's an interesting point. I need to check it out how it works on a smartphone. So. Okay, I hear you.
It's really good.
Okay. Super Board Sunday. Will there be some stock of Imperial Settlers storage box for those who didn't back? Super Board Sunday. Yes, we have a couple of more copies, but it will be last moment. So if you miss it in February, you will miss it forever because we will not produce it again because it is an extremely difficult production process to produce such a box with such a complicated insert. So please don't miss out. Please subscribe to our newsletter. Please subscribe to my Twitter, to our Twitch, etc., etc. Speaking about Twitch today, go to twitch.com/PortalGamesUS. I guess so. Twitch TV. Twitch.tv/PortalGamesUS. I learned how to mispronounce addresses of the website from the best, from Rolling Dice and Taking Names. Anyway, check out our Twitch channel, Portal Games US. We have gameplays there. We have Captain Link presenting Neuroshima. We have Paul and David playing our games and sometimes different games, like they played Castles of Tuscany, for example. So if you are into gameplays, check out our Twitch channel. Question, will the shirt behind you be available in the US at some point? Rolling Dice and Taking Names, we have a problem because director of operations for America is complaining about the problem with all these goodies and this they call it gear, and these mugs, these shirts, all these items. It's difficult and they are complaining, so I don't know. You have to send many emails to look at portalgamesus.com, spam him and tell him we want shirts, we want shirts. Meanwhile, in Europe, when the director of operation is Ignacy Trzewicek, everybody can buy these amazing shirts from our web store, portalgames.pl/en. Question, did you have a good Christmas and when new things did you get? What new things did you get? That was the most crazy Christmas I ever had in terms of the presents. There was a couple of unexpected Kickstarters reaching my home even on Christmas Eve. And I'm a lucky bastard that my wife loves board games, because if my wife doesn't like board games, I will be dead. Concerning how many surprise packages reached my house just before Christmas. But yes, I got the last moment Kanban from Vita Lacerta. I had the last moment Vampire Heritage and many other things. So it was a very successful Christmas for me. Gorge Orbestenau, something new about Robinson Crusoe. That upgrade component box premium is released. Georgia, we released Treasure Chest. It is already available through our web store and through distribution in Europe, in America. So Treasure Chest is an absolutely amazing expansion that I should have somewhere here. And we will start Kickstarter for the next expansion called the Book of Adventures, and we will start at the end of the February. Details about that will be announced at PortalCon. It's a virtual convention. You can watch it on YouTube here on this very channel on January 23rd. Hello Komirovsky, absolutely hello Komirovsky. Questions, why do you randomize the number of actions per turn in Imperial Settlers Roll and Write? What was the design thought behind that? That's a very good question, because we had an argument about that in development team, and because I'm the boss of the company. It ended up with my option, but there was discussion. I didn't want the game to be too easy to calculate. I didn't want players to post on Boardgame Geek the ultimate guide to win this particular board. I didn't want them to calculate that every round you have 4 meeples multiplied by 10 actions, you have 40 meeples. So the best spend for these 40 meeples is to do first that. So I wanted to randomize, I wanted to challenge players, I want them to some randomization. But I do agree that if you would have just 4 meeples, the game would work as well, great. But it would be, in my opinion, too predictable. And I really enjoyed Play Dirty. Thank you, sir. Do you plan to publish Play Tricky in English in the future? I don't know. At this point, the expansion is not in the translation for everybody for everybody else. So in Poland, I wrote a couple of books about running role-playing games, how to be a good game master. We translated one of them into English to celebrate 20 years of Portal, and we released this. Play Smart. We had quite a good feedback on that, but there was not many reviews, not many people was raving about the book. The book is still in stock, so there was no decision about translating the next book. Maybe if there will be a demand, maybe if the first volume, Play Smart, will sell out, we will decide to translate. Indeed, in Poland, these books are bestseller and they are selling like crazy. Throwing a look under the bus. Of course, I'm throwing a look under the bus because, hey guys, he is more handsome than me, he speaks English better than me, he knows what's happening in America better than me, and still I'm doing the vlog. So at least I can throw him under the bus. Question, what was the last game you played in 2020 and the first one of 2021? This is a great question, and because I'm using the app that is called BG Stats, I strongly recommend it. It's a great app. I can answer this question. The last game of 2020 was Star Wars X-Wing 2nd Edition, which I bought to my son as a Christmas gift, and we played. It was a great Christmas gift because my son enjoyed that and I won the game, so like a win-win situation. And my first game of the game was no, it was a party game. We had a party, we had our friends, and the first party game we played that night was Werewolves from Bezier Games, and we also had a great time. It was also a great pick, so great Christmas gift to my son, and then a party game with my friend, and a great time. We have 5 last minutes, so a few more questions and we are closing. Play Smart is a great, so many good laughs. Thank you, I appreciate that. Benjamin, hello, in this new year, hello. I'm always wanting my refund. I am always waiting my refund. Damien, refund for what? Hello, can we expect some adventure game in Neuroshima universe, something like Eldritch Horror? Ask Wild Trip. There is no such a game in development. Maybe we'll do something like that in the future, but at this very moment, we are not developing adventure game in the Neuroshima universe. Rolling Dice and Taking Names asked me a question. Do you think you will attend cons in 2021 if they happen? If they happen, I will attend. I'm very pessimistic. Hello, greetings from Poland, Slavic nation. And I do believe that my first con this year will be Essen. I hope for Essen. And if there is a chance for the convention in America, I do believe there is a chance for BGGCon in Dallas late November, and I will consider coming if it will happen. Thank you for all the great content you provide. Happy New Year. Absolutely. Thank you, Jerry. I appreciate that. Guys, it's 4 p.m. in Poland. I see through the window that my employees are going home slowly. We are going to stay after hours, play some games now with some of my team. Thank you for being with me. If you like this content, if you like this video, leave us a thumb up, subscribe, consider subscribing to the channel. Remember to add now below in the comments the suggested topics for the next week. I will pick the best one and I will record the video next Monday. And see you next Monday on this live stream on this very channel. That's all. That's all, folks.
That's all.
Thank you. Love you guys. Thank you. Bye bye.